you get Tokyo Drift, okay? And Tokyo Drift, obviously, it's a very polarizing movie. Uh, then we get just Fast and Furious, right? I think that's a fantastic film. I thought that just the movie called Fast and Furious, which was the fourth movie in the franchise, great movie, I think. Uh, the Fast Five, I thought, was another great entry. Then we turn to more of like a heist type of situation. Now we, get the crew together, to steal from Rick and Morty. You son of a bitch, I'm in. We'll move on to not bigger and better things, just other things, I guess, in this case. But
Best news of the week.
uh, yeah, I guess this is one of the best, pieces of news for the week. But all good things, right, come to an end.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me correct you there. All things, just things, come to an end.
No, 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 no. All good things, all good things. And let me explain why. Okay. So for anybody who doesn't understand what we're talking about Fast and Furious. Okay. From that first film, and I remember that's not one of the first movies, but one of the earlier movies. I remember going out like as a young adult, going out to watch with me and my friends just by ourselves. No adults, no nothing, just us hanging out, right? That was back in 2001, right? 2001, I think that's when the first
Yeah, I
Fast and
think
Furious came out.
so.
Um and uh and so the movie came out. It was actually pretty good. The first Fast and Furious movie was pretty good. But we've gotten subsequent movies thereafter, all met with various amounts of agreement slash disagreement about how good or terrible they are. I will make this proclamation here on the Fade podcast. This is happening on the Fade podcast. Okay, I'm making this statement here. The Fast and Furious franchise has been way better. It's been more good than bad. Fight me.
I
That's the quote.
mean,
That's the quote. That's it.
I don't know, man. Okay.
Okay. All right. Fight me.
Better
Fight
than.
me.
All right. It's been more good than bad.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying a whole lot, though.
That is saying a whole lot for how bad some of the movies have been. That's saying a lot.
But no,
So
all you're saying is that there was enough of a specific part of a movie to drown out all the shit that happened in all the other movies. Like, no, like,
no. What I'm saying by movie by movie, not scene for scene or whatever. I'm talking in terms of the totality of the series, right? You have more movies that are good or actually not great, but somewhere between good and great. Whatever word is supposed to fit between good and great, I would fit some of these movies in. The first franchise, a Fast and Furious movie, pretty good, pretty good. Second one,
yeah.
no, terrible. Second one's terrible. Tokyo Drift, surprisingly not the worst thing in the world. It's still probably pretty bad, but
Well, that's when they brought in
decent.
director, what's his face?
Lin, is it Justin Lin?
Yeah.
Is that really the one that they brought in Justin Lin for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Tokyo
the
Drift.
first one that they brought him in. I'm gonna look it up while you talk.
Fair enough. Okay. So you get Tokyo Drift, okay? And Tokyo Drift, obviously, it's a very polarizing movie. Then we get just Fast and Furious, right? I think that's a fantastic film. I thought that just the movie called Fast and Furious, which was the fourth movie in the franchise, great movie, I think. The Fast Five, I thought, was another great entry. Then we turn to more of like a heist type of situation. Now we, get the crew together, to steal from Rick and Morty. You son of a bitch, I'm in. We get that type of dialogue now. Six, I thought that was, to me, that was the hands down my favorite of the franchise. Fast and Furious 6, which brings the whole team together. Or are they? They're not in not Cuba. That's not what I would say. They are where did they go in Fast and Furious 6?
Is it
Oh,
Dubai?
that's yeah, no. Dubai was the next one. I believe that Dubai was the next one. Yeah. But 6, they're in. That's when they start chasing the whole Owen Shaw thing. I absolutely the Rock got introduced in Fast and Furious 5, Fast 5, right? Am I, or was it 6? It might have been 6 that the Rock was introduced in. I don't know. I'm getting them all confused. But okay, but Fast and Furious 6 was, I think, fantastic. Because it just it brought everybody back together, and then you had the whole you had some of the things coming to a head, right? That you had Gal Gadot's character, she died, which I think was a pretty good touch. You had them crashing that, or the big ass plane. And I should probably have asked this before I went on this little spiel. Have you watched the entire franchise?
No, fuck no.
Oh, okay. So
Fuck
I'm
no.
talking on deaf ears. It's all
No, not
falling on deaf
really.
ears.
Not really. You're
It's
not, because at some point the franchise, one, it stopped going in chronological order. I don't even know like what fucking order it is when you're watching. Like you go to Tokyo Drift,
no,
Han
it's
dies, then
no,
Han comes
it's
back in another one before all the events of Tokyo
no,
Drift.
no, no, no. It's all no. It's straightforward. It's straightforward.
No.
Can I explain to you? Can I explain to you
No, no.
what it
I
is?
fully know. I fully know. I just
If you know, then why are you confused?
I'm not confused.
You
It's
are.
just annoying.
It's not
It's
annoying.
it's super annoying, man. But look,
Tokyo Tokyo
it's a
Drift.
franchise. It's a
Mhm.
franchise that went so far away from its street racing roots that I didn't even feel like watching it anymore.
What
Like
was
I
there?
watched that first one for street
Mhm.
racing. I watched the second one because I'm like, all right, there's a little bit of racing in Florida, whatever. I watched Tokyo Drift because there was racing, and then it just kind of like, now we're at bank heists. You
Well,
know,
well,
now we're chasing felons.
do you stick with
Now we're
any?
teaming up with people that we normally wouldn't team up with.
Right. Do you stick with any story for its gimmick? Because racing is basically just the gimmick, even in the first one, right? Sure, it's a racers movie and it's supposed to have all this racing stuff in it, lingo and the cars and all this other stuff. But really, that's the gimmick. You have to have an actual story in order. Like it was about Dom's it was about basically whether Dom was a hero or a villain, right? And about him and Brian's relationship of like and that's really like the genesis of the franchise is the whole idea of heroes and villains, right? Like that we kind of thought Dom was the villain, and then Brian's character was the hero, but in reality, Brian was basically betraying Dom, and so he was kind of the villain. And so, like that's where this that we get the story from. That's the story, right? The gimmick is just the fucking cars and shit. That's not the actual. That's not the actual story. So I would say that as it's gone on, it's had to reinvent itself with its actual story, because the gimmick of the cars and shit gets old after literally the first one. After the first one, you're like, how many fucking different fucking Nissan, whatever the fuck it is, do I see before I'm like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Moving on, Like it's
The
not that
Nissan
interesting.
Skyline. Okay, it's a Skyline. Get it right.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't care. Uh,
Bring
um,
bring back Ja Rule, bring back Bow Wow, and we've got a
oh,
movie.
okay. All right. All right. Well, we on that note, so
No,
anyways,
no. So look. I
yeah,
understand everything that you're saying. I fully agree. You do have to get away from the gimmick. They just got so far away from it that it just made none of the movies after Paul Walker's death really that appealing for me to watch. Even
here,
that one I really wasn't into. It
right.
just happened
No,
to be a very emotional type movie because of what happened, especially how they did the ending. They actually did it really well. Like I enjoyed it, but even with that movie,
well,
like it was
can I,
fine. It was family oriented aspect type that they had going on, but again, man, they got so far away from their original roots that I just wasn't having it anymore. I wasn't spending my time watching 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
well, okay, so let me finish my thought as far as like how I see the movies, and we can actually talk about the fact that it's coming to an end, but which is the actual story here. But um so I think it's with the the untimely death, of course, of Paul Walker, that the franchise really just kind of takes a nosedive. Now, I think it was heading there. I don't think there's no way that I can see seven constructed that it's actually good. Like I don't think that there was anything there that terribly redeemable. I think all the crazy ass stunts that they were planning to do, they were going to have there anyways. And I think that's really when it started to really kind of jump the shark a bit. As far as the series goes. But it's really with seven that we start heading on that downward decline. And then with eight, it was just like, this is borderline not watchable. In fact, not even borderline. It's definitely not watchable anymore. And then, of course, with nine, that's about to come out. I'm pretty sure that's looking like it's going to be terrible too. I'm hearing that they're going to be in space. There's just no iteration of that sounds even remotely appealing. But of those movies though, you have one, you have four, you have five, you have six, and I'll give half partial credit to A Tokyo Drift, that were all actually really good. I think. And so when people talk about this franchise, I think that they talk about some of the later ones and say, okay, they're awful. And to be honest, yeah, I take it for what it's worth, right? These aren't supposed to be fucking, this isn't, Stanley Kubrick making these movies, where, the main focus is supposed to be, on the introspection of life and, the duality of human person. No, just give me some exploding fucking cars. That's all.
What you mean?
Really
Dom couldn't give you all that? He couldn't give you all that?
On his 3,000th time of saying family. I don't think that's going to work. But okay, let me give you all that to say that let's give you a little bit of this article from Deadline here. Universal Pictures is planning to wrap up its Fast and Furious core film franchise with two final films that will bring to a close a franchise that is I don't know what the word that they're trying to say here is. I think it's a misspelling. It's become one of the highest grossing movie series in studio history. Justin Lin, who is in post-production for Fast 9, is in talks to direct the final two installments of the series. So yeah, I think they, who's the studio to leave, money on the table, but still, even they would probably have to admit, yeah, they're not great. They're not trending in a proper direction. So, but what I think this begs the question of, I am happy that the series is finally coming to an end. To me, it's like kind of like the Supernatural of movies, where it's just like, let's just bring this to an end. Like, there's no reason to keep limping on. But I think that they're ending this now, but that's clearly not going to be the end of the Fast and Furious world. Hobbs and Shaw, I know they're thinking about doing a sequel to that, which was an offshoot of the Fast and Furious franchise. I've heard that they're going to try to do like an all women spinoff at some point. There's an animated something that's either happening or supposed to happen. I don't know, but
they're going to find ways to make money.
Clearly, this is not the end, and God fucking forbid if we get a fucking reboot of the fucking Fast and Furious franchise.
Will.
I might be just done with movies. I don't know. It might just be over at that point. If they fucking reboot this shit, it will be the darkest of all timelines, for my community fans out there.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I haven't watched after the Paul Walker's final film, so I don't know who the bad guy in all this is, if there even is one bad guy.
They don't know who the bad guy is.
You know what I'm thinking though? The bad guy is going to be Bow Wow all along.
All right. Well, yeah. We had a nice conversation. That's what it's
going to be.
We had a nice conversation. It was good. It was good while it lasted, I guess. But yeah. So let us know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the ending to the Fast and Furious franchise? Is it wanted? Do you want more movies somehow? Let us know in the comment section below.